So Brentford 0. They're out the Carrier Bag Cup, as Jez calls it. Make sure you sub to Jez, Arsenal history and more. You will get an education in Arsenal's history and more. I need to watch your stream as well. Social media. I see you set it up. I'm going to watch that when I get in bed. Big up to you, Jez. Arsenal won 1-0. Brentford on another night absolutely school us. We were not good tonight. The disrespect in terms of the competition, for me, overall in general, is another stream. So we'll leave that there. But some poor performers tonight, Jez. Some good performers, mainly defensively. And a newbie, a lad that played his first game, didn't really see much of him. But the fact that we're not even mentioning that guy really in our fan cams tells you all you need to know about a 65 million walk-in giraffe and a 24-year-old striker with 39 career goals. If you don't like his ratings, cry. If you don't like what we're saying, cry. We're back against Bournemouth. Jez, give us your breakdown for anyone who went and watched your fan cam, mate.
Well, it wasn't a great day out, was it? Let's be honest. Walking around, lack of intensity again. But we got away with it, Lee. We're in a cup, which we normally just throw in the bin. Was he serious about it? I'm not convinced, to be honest. We got away with it. Brought in a few players. I'm glad they've started, because I think it could add some intensity to this team, which is very lackluster. Squad depth, well, what can we say about it, man? It's very weak. And we might need these players in the Premier League. So glad they started. Happy for the young boy, 19-year-old. Never heard of him, never seen him. He give it a go, and respect to him. Never really got in the game, but fair play to him. And it's a bit like, wasn't it, really? That young 15-year-old which turned up last season.
Yeah, Nawari. Nice little kickabout with my pals.
I mean, I don't know if Arteta.
Where's he been since, by the way? Has anyone found him? Like, what's he up to these days?
No idea, man. Is this Arteta's way of taking the piss? I don't know. But the one thing I will say, Lee, Arteta looks very confused. He looks
stressed.
He looks lost. He looks lost in what's going on at the moment, and I think his days are numbered.
I think he knows that as well, and I think he's feeling the heat. Yeah, he's very stubborn. Like we've always said since he got here, even though we don't want him here, he does care. But at the same time, some of his decision-making is crazy. Reece Nelson scores a goal, hits the post. Barely seen the guy play football since Bournemouth when it was Reece, when he scored the screamer. Barely seen him. I know he's had a bit of an injury here and there. Barely see him. He looks stressed when he came off. Yeah, and rightly so. I am always an advocate of a player being upset to get subbed. Yeah. And then he went and spoke to somebody, and Arteta's trying and this and this. And it's like, bro, this guy's barely played any football. Keep him on the pitch. Smith Rowe, 84 minutes, you sub him. Why? The guy's not played for how long? He's been fit for nearly a year. El Neni. Big up El Neni when he came on. 9 months out with injury. Did more in 20 minutes. A little 20-minute cameo. Clearing the ball at centre-back. Furthest player forward. Nearly scored a screamer. Yeah. Did more in 20 minutes than that walking German lurch who just takes the wholesale mick. Eddie Nketiah, disgrace. Yeah, how are we paying this guy 100 grand a week? Yeah, 100 grand a week. Yeah, and the fact that we've even mentioned these guys and we're stressed about these guys takes it away from the players that actually played well. Yeah, the centre backs, Tomiyasu, Ola's boy. Yeah, I don't know who actually got man of the match. A lot of people in my chat were saying Jorginho. Not quite sure about that one, but I didn't really notice him, if I'm honest. And if you don't notice him, that means he's played all right. A bit like Granit Xhaka. Yeah, but Gabriel Magalhaes, I thought he was the best player on the park. And that kind of sums up where we are, Jez. Yeah, the game just gone against Spurs. Saliba was our best player. defensive players are our best players, and when that happens, you're not going in the right way, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Like
worrying. The thing is, Lee, you know, we touched on this before. We've regressed. We're not playing the sexy football we were at this time last season. We've regressed. It's boring, slow, ponderous. At times, we're just walking around, tippy tapping. Back to, I play it to you, Lee. You play it back to me. I play it back to you. You play it to Kenny. You know, I'm just, you know, I know that's a stupid sort of comment, but that's the sort of play we're playing. We're not actually making any progress. And then all I see from Laia Havertz, he gets the ball, it's very similar in the bad days of Granit Xhaka, in the bad days of when he would get the ball, pass it straight back.
Yeah.
Laia Havertz at times in that game was actually jogging behind a Brentford player.
Or the ref.
Like he's there to actually track him down, and he's jogging behind him.
Yeah, or he's hiding 1 meter behind the ref. 5 times I counted did that. Yeah, it is crazy. It is actually insane. But listen, big up to everyone watching. If you don't like what we're saying, cry. We're back again on Saturday. Hopefully a better performance than what we've witnessed tonight. We're going to get into player ratings. Make sure you sub to Jez's channel, link in the title, Arsenal history and more. While Jez is giving Aaron Ramsdale, who kept a clean sheet, didn't really notice him, if I'm honest. That was probably more down to Brentford's wayward shooting. While Jez is giving that rating, and then I'll get you straight onto Benjamin White straight afterwards because I need to pee. Yeah, so waffle on for about a minute. I'll be as quick as I can, mate. Yeah, Ramsdale and then Ben White.
I can waffle. Yeah, Ben White. Sorry, Ramsdale, beg your pardon. I didn't think he did anything too bad. He made a couple of decent saves, to be fair. And I'm not going to kick the bloke down. He's obviously playing for his position, and I respect him for that. So I will give him a 6 on this occasion because I think his ball distribution tonight was pretty damn decent, in fairness. So I'll give him respect for that. He wasn't really tested. He did make a couple of decent saves. Brentford, let's get it right, they weren't great in their shooting. There was some pretty, they had chances, but they were pretty wayward shots, in all honesty. They didn't really test him. But yeah, fair play to the fella. And it'll be interesting, won't it? Who is going to start against Bournemouth at the weekend? Will it be David Raya? Will it be Ramsdale? I don't know. I think probably with the way at the moment that Arteta's looking at the team, I think it'll probably be Raya. Ramsdale, yeah, he gave a performance. So I'll give him a 6. He did nothing wrong. And he did, on occasion, make a decent couple of saves. So fair play to him. I'll give him a 6.
Ben White.
Ben White turned up, did his job, and can't fault him, really. Give him a 6.
Let's go to the opposite side. Kivior made a great goal line clearance after making some mad mistake, which led to him having to recover. But fair play, he did recover. Didn't really notice him, if I'm honest. He didn't really get up and down the wing. Didn't really invert. He was just, it was what it was.
Yeah, he was average. Didn't do well. He did make a couple of bad mistakes, in fairness. But yeah, I'm not going to criticise him. It's quite nice to see him start, to be fair. I'd like to see more about what he's about. Yeah, we don't see enough of him, really. So I'll give him a 6.
Let's move to Gabriel Magalhaes.
Gabriel Magalhaes, for me, mate, was the best player in the park tonight. He did what he had to do, tracking forward, tracking back, making crucial tackles. And yeah, fair play. My man of the match, mate, and I'll give him an 8.
Yeah, I thought he was quality. I'd agree with that, man of the match. Let's go to his centre-back partner, somebody we've not seen play centre-back at Arsenal very often, Tomiyasu.
Tomiyasu, yeah, unusual. Strange decision. But yeah, he looked a bit ropey in centre-back to me. Wasn't really very convincing. Looked a little bit out of position to me. I'd rather have seen him at either left or right back, personally. But he got away with what he did, and I will have to give him a 5.
See, people are going to go in. I actually thought he played right. But it's your ratings, mate. Let's move on. Let's go to midfield. Jorginho.
Oh, Jorginho, what can we do with him? What can we do with him? I just don't find this guy. I think he's a liability in midfield. I'm sorry, I just think he cocked up way too many times today, and yeah, bang average, below average 4.
Let's go to your favourite player, and I'm bugging like mad. Your favourite player, Kai Havertz.
Terrible. Disappeared way too many times. Jogging back in the second half behind the Brentford player when he should be actually trying to tackle him. I mean, literally, the Brentford player is jogging. He's not a full plate, and Havertz is just jogging behind him. He disappears too much. He had an opportunity for a goal striking chance in the first half, cocked it up again. Rubbish. Sorry, mate. 3 for you.
Let's go to Smith Rowe. He's alive. He's alive.
Yeah, Smith Rowe. Yeah, fair play to him. Glad to see him start.
To see he's alive.
Yes, he's still at Arsenal. Wow, who knew? Yeah, and I'd like to see maybe him start at the weekend. Don't play Saka. Start Smith Rowe. Give Saka a rest. But we know he won't.
Well, Saka's out injured now, apparently. Somebody put it in the chat earlier. He's out for 4 weeks, apparently.
Oh, well, there you go. There you go.
Not like we've not called it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, like we haven't been saying it for long, have we? Yeah, so Smith Rowe, decent. I thought he did all right. He was cutting down that wing, cutting into midfield, back in defence, back into midfield. Fair play. I'll give him a 6.
Let's go to the young lad, whose name I'm not going to try and pronounce, because every time I've tried to pronounce it, I've had people in my chat telling me I've pronounced it wrong. So the young boy at right wing.
Yeah, what is his fucking name? Say on or what is his fucking name? Yeah, he did all right. He I mean, you know, let's be fair. He's a young lad. I'm not going to berate him. He gave it his best. He got bodied way too many times. So fair play. I'll give him a bang average 5.
Let's go to Reese. Scored a goal. It's the post. Defensively, working his nuts off at left back at times because Kivior was nowhere to be seen. What did you make of Reese?
Sorry. Yeah, I thought he did great. Scored the goal. Nice goal, well taken. And well, who knew? Nketiah gave him an assist. Dare I say that? Yeah, I'll give him a 7, man. He scored a goal.
And I'm absolutely buzzing that he looked angry that he got subbed.
Yeah.
That was a statement right there. Like, how dare you? I barely kick a ball for this club and you sub me.
Oh.
Yeah. And he had a shout, to be fair, for man of the match.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, he scored, he hit the post, he worked his nuts off defensively off the ball. Yeah, he had a shout for man of the match. But let's move on. Let's go to the man, the myth, the legend. Yeah. Eddie Nketiah, 100 grand a week.
What can I say? What can I say? Let's put it this way. there was, I made a note actually. I actually made a note to bring this up. In the second half, we broke forward, and this is when Odegaard was on. Okay, and we'll come to this. Odegaard's made a break forward, and he passes the ball, and it completely goes in front of Nketiah, and he doesn't even get it. And I watched Odegaard standing there going, "What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?" And I'm sorry, man, this guy is absolute crap. He is crap. And the sooner we can get him out of the club, the better. He's absolute jokes. And I'll give him a 3, and that's been nice.
Yeah, that's been very nice. Let's move on to the subs. Let's go to Mohamed El Neni. He's done more in 20 minutes than a certain lanky German, silky German, has done in 8 games. Mohamed El Neni.
Yeah, El Neni came on. He made a bit of an impact, to be fair. He upped
a bit more buzzy energy.
Yeah, he upped the tempo a little bit. He was trying to get the team up and running, and fair play to him. I don't actually dislike El Neni. I know you've heard me say
I don't dislike him. He's just limited.
Yeah,
but he knows his limitation, which is what I rate. Yeah, the fact he don't overcomplicate it.
He does a job, Lee, and that's we've seen him in past games come on and get us out of trouble. And he tried to up the tempo today. And fair play to the fella. So I'm going to actually be fair on him. I'm going to give him. I'm going to actually give him a 6.
Let's go to Gabriel Jesus.
Came on, didn't do a lot. Let's be honest. This is not the guy, is it, that's going to get us these 20 goals a year. I had a right row with somebody the other day on one of my comments, one of my streams, I beg your pardon, in the chat. Oh, he'll come good. He's going to be a big striker. No, he ain't ever. He wasn't at Man City, and he ain't going to be at Arsenal. He's technically gifted. He's great. He'll get get you a goal every 1 in 3 games. That's not the levels that we need to have. I don't dislike him. I don't, but he ain't the levels. And 6.
Let's go to Martin Odegaard.
Came on and takes a free kick, which he totally cocks up. I don't understand that. I don't understand why a player comes on. He's got no feel for the game yet. He comes on, he's got no feel for the ball, what the impact's going to be of this free kick. And it's a free kick in a good position, right? And totally ballses it up.
But people will say, Jez, exactly what you just said, because I can read these idiots. Oh, he's got no feel for the game. Yeah, how does that stop Martin Odegaard taking a free kick? Yeah, how much is he getting paid every week? This is his 10th season as a professional footballer at the highest level, right? And you can't take a set piece, turn it in. How much is he getting paid now? Last time we see a good performance from this guy, was when he signed his contract last week.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, exactly. It's the ozolitis coming in, isn't it? Which unfortunately too many players suffer from. Yeah, I don't understand that decision. Yeah, I would never, if I was captain material of my club, right? Okay, and I've just literally walked on that pitch and I've got a free kick into a danger zone, I'll be saying, no, I'm not taking it. I'll get in the mix. You take it. I haven't got the sense of the game yet. I've just walked on the bloody pitch. So I don't know.
You're the captain, the leader. You're supposed to come on and go, do you know what? I've been sitting watching this. We need an injection of some quality. You're supposed to be the silky captain. Yeah, that's elegant and can up. Yeah, El Neni. Yeah, El Neni. If he'd started that game, we would have pissed that game. I can't lie. Yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
because he was the one that came on that pitch out of all of the subs. Yeah, that actually injected some sort of levels. Alexander Zinchenko, let's go to him.
Well, when he came on, fair play to the fella. He's not my favourite fella. I have to admit that.
Did you rate Odegaard? What did you give him a score?
Oh, I didn't rate Odegaard. No, I'm giving him a 5, bang average.
Yeah, Zinchenko.
Zinchenko came on, tried to up the tempo a little bit like El Neni did. Did a little bit of trickery. Fair play to him. Didn't have the impact that we needed, really. So he has to get a 5.
Last but by no means least, Cedric Suarez. He's taken a night off of teaching Win the dog Portuguese. I'm not sure he's looking after Win tonight and picking up the poo. Maybe, just maybe, just maybe it's Bukayo Saka, because obviously he's out injured. He won't. I don't know. Maybe he was at the game. I don't know. But maybe Saka's turn to take Win home. Cedric Suarez, 85 grand a week, still at the football club. Jesus Christ on a bike.
Yeah, unbelievable. I actually thought we'd sold him. I actually did.
And then Partey got injured. Just before deadline day, and we kept him.
Yeah, I actually thought we sold him, but yeah, he came on. Well, what did he really do? Not a lot, to be fair. And in fairness, Lee, I'm not going to rate him because, yeah, it's a waste of time, man. I actually think, why do we just keep hold of these players? Because, and I'll tell you for why, my belief is because we just don't get everything over the line in the transfer windows. You and I and Kenny and Northside and loads of other proper Arsenal channels have been calling this for way too long. We started off well in the transfer window this season, and we were all positive, weren't we? We all thought, wow, this is looking good.
3 players real quick. Well,
yeah, wow.
2 of them we liked, one the lurch. Yeah, but Declan Rice, cool. Yeah, Timber, cool. Yeah. And then we go and sign Havertz, and we're like, and then we did nothing for 6 weeks. Didn't sign an outfield player for 6 weeks.
It's like we hibernate, doesn't it? Isn't it? Now, we know.
It's like, oh, look at us. Yeah, they did an interview. Edu did an interview on AFTV. Oh, we've already got our plan and our structure and our agenda for the summer. We already know what players we want. Yeah. And that was a big story. Oh, they know what players that. Well, I'd think they would, mate. Yeah, it's an elite level football club, apparently. I'd imagine they know what players and targets they're going for, and they've spoken to the players' agents. Yeah, and whether they can come or not. Boom, boom, boom. 3 players. Cool. We don't like Kai Havertz, but he wants him. He's got him. Yeah, we got it done quick. We're going to sign Timber quick. We're going to sign Rice. Okay, it weren't quick, but we got it done. And then we sit there for 6 weeks, Jez.
Doing nothing.
Right? And then we sign a goalkeeper on loan. Right? And that's it. And we're sitting there going, well, hold up. We ain't signed an outfield player since June.
No.
And now we're sat here with a crisis of injuries. Well, it's not like we've been saying this. You've overplayed Saka. Yeah, Declan Rice, we said would get injured. He's never been injured ever. Martinelli, well, cool, we know. Yeah, Trossard, whatever. Like, bro, it's mad. It is mad. But this is the problem. You can't rest your players in the big boy competitions.
No.
1 game in Champions League, and look how many injuries we've now got.
Exactly. And look at the squad. I mean, it's a shit show. The only thing I'm going to say is it's up next is Lons. Now, I said it to you the other night. You don't get in the Champions League for being crap, right? And it's away in France. They're going to be big up for it. We've potentially got quite a few players out for that, and it's not going to be easy, man. Yep. And I just have to question, and I will say this again. I said to you earlier. At the moment, Arteta looks absolutely lost.
Yeah,
I think he's way out of his depth, and I totally agree with what you said a week ago, whenever it was. I don't believe his statement was PR about he thought about giving it up. I think he's come to the point of thinking, I can't go any further.
Yeah, he's contemplating. He's
And
contemplating.
is that because, Lee, do you think, and I ask you this question, do you think that he's lost faith with the management behind him not getting the players that he wanted? The likes of Havertz, Jorginho were Edu's buys, and maybe he didn't want them.
No, I think he rules the roost. Yeah, I think he rules the roost. Yes, he's obviously wanted other players that we've not got, but Kai Havertz, we got that deal done so quick, it was crazy. Yeah, that tells me that they wanted that player. Yeah, Timber, Rice, definitely is signings. They're signing up Reece, signing up Eddie, signing up Xhaka, Holding. That's all. The club have given him maybe not 100% of what he's wanted because he's wanted other players, but you don't always get your targets. But he's had maybe 75% of what he's wanted. Ozil out the club, Aubameyang out the club, all these other players out the club. There's ripping up 11 contracts. Yeah, they've backed him to the hill. Yeah, and I think he rules the roost, which is why he won't get sacked. But it's what it is, man. Yeah, this season, I think at the end of it, if he don't win anything, I think he'll jack. Yeah, because they won't sack him. But on that bombshell, a 3-2-1, you know how it works. Cry more if you don't like the ratings. Just leave yours instead of crying. Let's rate the manager. 3-2-1. 4. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I'm giving him a 4 because it was below average. Subbing off Reece, subbing off Smith Rowe, playing a teenager. Yeah, subbing him off, albeit he did nothing. But why are you starting him? Why didn't you start Odegaard, Jesus, and Zinchenko? Get the game won and sub them off. Yeah, it is what it is. But listen, make sure you sub to Jez's channel, Arsenal History and More. Jez, what you got coming up, mate?
I'm doing a show tomorrow night with Kenny Ken. And the Longhead Yeti's coming on. Give us his independent review. Oh, he's great. Longhead Yeti, if you don't know, he's fun. Nottingham Forest fan. He's great fun.
He's class.
And might be having, if he's around, Warren's TV talk. Yeah, haven't had him in for ages, and be good to see him. So yeah, and I was going to do a stream tonight, which I pulled. It was about YouTube haters and trolls.
Yeah, I'm going to watch that. I'm going to watch that in a minute. I'm going to get in bed and watch that.
No, I've pulled it, man. I'm going to do it another time.
Oh, you didn't do it?
No, I've been asked to do it another time by the lady's daughter. It affected. It's basically going to be about a young lady who I know who sadly committed suicide because of haters on TikTok and YouTube. And I was last night sat here and I was like, wow, you know, this is bad. This happened on Sunday, by the way. And I thought I'd do it. And then I spoke to her mum and she said, no, Jez, don't do it just right now. I went, right, fair play, respect. I'll do it another time. So I did pull it. So it's not up.
Nah, the internet's wild, man. It's so good at times, but it's also horrible. But listen, big up to you, man. Always love.
I will do it. I will do it because I think it's importantly that you got rhinoceros skin. I've got rhinoceros skin. We're that older and more seasoned. Is that the right?
Grown up without socials, like couldn't care less what people think, but there's a lot of people that do care what people think.
Unfortunately, people do get affected. And unfortunately, it's a lovely young lady. I'm not going to mention any names, obviously, but unfortunately, it got to her. And she had massive followers, and she started to get all the trolls, the haters, and all that shit. And it incensed me a little bit. And I thought, yeah, lovely, beautiful little lady. And
Now, get me on the stream when you do it. Get me on it.
I will. I'll probably do it in a week or 2 weeks, something like that, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, international break, maybe. All right, listen, big up to everyone inside. Smash the likes. Sub to Jez, link in the title. Check out all the fan cams. I'm back with Saeed. I'm bugging out again. I think I need a new Mac. We're out of here. I'm back with Saeed, Northside, and Flawless at 1 p.m. UK. Adios. Ciao.
Great show. Great show.
I'll take her out.